Welcome
What's
to
going on?
this awesome book club podcast because today we are reading for Bright Haven.
Wait, I should pull up the actual cover.
We are so back.
There we go.
Love it. So back, so back. Yeah, I'm liking this book so far. I've never read ML Wang, but I know the entire internet is obsessed with the Sword of Kaigen. And if this book keeps going the same way, I will also be probably obsessed with the Sword of Kaigen.
This is also my first ML Wang book as well. And I'm also really enjoying the start. We only did the first three chapters, about what, 65 pages? 55 pages, I think.
I think 59,
Yeah. So chapters 1 to 3.
chapters 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah,
Yep.
same for me. First time. Very, very much enjoying it. Very into
Yeah,
this.
I wanted to make sure that we got to this recorded so I could keep reading because I am
Yes. Yeah.
having such a good
Yeah.
time with this. I
Yeah.
was like, what
It's really, really solid.
is going on?
Yeah. And
Uh, I don't know if we want to do a recap or just like jump right into
Yeah,
it.
let's do a recap.
All right.
That's why we got Dan. He's the recap king. That's what everyone calls him.
Dan.
We'll be really quick here because it's only 3 chapters. Chapter 1, we kind of follow a character named Thawmill.
Tommel. Tommel.
Tommel. He lives outside the city. It's wintry, and him and his people have to cross a frozen lake to get into the protective magical shell of Tiran. Is that how you pronounce it? I think it's Tiran.
So I did listen to parts of the audiobook because I did not have a lot of time and I was traveling a lot and did not bring the book with me. It sounds a lot like Tiran.
Tiran. Okay. Well, they have to get into Tiran and its magical protective shell because there's something called the Blight. What's the Blight, you may wonder? It's like this floating light that just kind of unravels you as a person from like almost like a molecular level. People are just, I was
And
picturing
it's
like
so metal.
they're turning into like blood flowers
It's
on
pretty
the snow.
nasty.
So
Pretty bad.
Tommel and his entire clan basically get on a line from when they're safe and to cross the Blight to get to Tehran, and they just say, "Go, just go," and then it's a 99% attrition rate.
Yeah,
So,
they get wiped out. Besides Tamil and Kara,
who's his niece, who he has to say is his daughter. No spoil. Well, I mean, this is all spoilers because we're all reading this together. Everyone should be reading this
Yeah,
together.
this is
So
the book
good.
club. And that was basically chapter 1. And what was a little bit surprising to me, which we'll get into a little bit later, but then chapter 2 it shifts perspective. We are now with a new character. I'm gonna try to pronounce her name, Sciona.
That
That's
sounds
it.
right to me.
Yeah.
All right, that's how it was in my head. She's like this budding young mage. Well, not young actually. She's like 27, and she wants to become a high mage, archmage, and she has to take this test. Now the problem is, Sciona is a woman, and I guess they don't ever pass the test, or like don't know if it's systematic misogyny or if there's just something going on with like women that can't do the test or can't be high mages for whatever reason. But there's never been a girl who's ever passed the test, and she's stressing. And that's kind of like what chapter 2 is. It's kind of just her getting there. She takes a train, so I'm already picturing like steampunk, magic level
hmm
technology,
Early England is kind
just
of
with
how
the
I pictured it.
early England.
One thing that I really, ML Wong, I love your game because not only did you include a map,
Oh, I love maps.
Oh, gorgeous.
she also included what the spellograph looked like.
Which comes up in
Oh,
chapter
love that.
3. Spellograph is what the test is. When in chapter 3, Siona goes, she stands at the desk with that spellograph, and she has to like type in codes. It's basically she's coding magic to do stuff. Yeah, it's JavaScript, it's C++. She's writing if-then statements to make a fire grenade, basically, or condition statements.
Yeah, I liked how one of them was like, "Hey, if this will go above," one of her tests was, "If this will go above 15 feet, it'll combust into fire." And she had to do a whole, essentially, if-then statement. And I was gassed. I was like, "This is great. This is so much fun. What's going on? This is such an interesting magic system. I've never seen a magic system this in depth before. Let's keep it going."
But she passes. Yeah, that's pretty much the whole recap. That's basically what happens in the first 3 chapters. Where do you guys want to start with our discussion?
I think the Blight's a great place to start.
Fantastic.
Yes. really, really solid theory, I think, Dan, in terms of just like the blight being the mages
Oh yeah, because
sucking
the
people's
mages
souls
need
or
to.
whatever.
Yep. Part of the spell systems, they need to source their magic, so they type in their if-then statements, and then they have to find like a source of the magic using that spellograph. And to them, it looks like just little like blobs on a map. Like I'm picturing almost like a microscope, and they're looking at little amoebas to like grab. That's what in my head. And then, yeah, I think the blight is the magic system. I think they're killing people to fuel their magic.
I don't know if I agree with that. I think there is something to be said for, and I think this is a standalone novel too, so we'll get the answer to it,
Oh,
I
really?
assume.
Yep, standalone.
Okay, nice.
But I think that maybe they just live in a hellscape, and that's why they have this one town surrounded by not a lot, or what I think is the blight might be a spell gone wrong from Leon the Prophet. It's like, hey, now we're all trapped here.
Okay. Okay.
And that's why they have these notes of like, hey, don't do any other kind of spell keeping. Oh, and I have the quote.
Right, I think I remember it where Sciona, yeah, technically it's like heresy or whatever, but I'm doing heresy all the time.
Oh, yeah, when
Exactly.
she's talking about
She
like
she
her
said
mapping techniques.
Yeah,
when she was talking about her different mapping techniques and how she can
yes,
siphon more strength from different places.
right.
Leon, so this is my 11th decree as Lord Prophet Leon's sole surviving disciple pertains to the lines numbering 234, 235, and 301 in Leon's primary spell journal. My decree is that henceforth no mapping sequence of Leon's invention shall be altered in its replication nor duplicated except in application for its intended purpose, which is the survey of God's bounty, for the prophet wrote no spell except according to Farron's will. Therefore, while Leon's writings, which are the will of God, endure, Tiran shall endure. Who would alter the mirror of godhood invites calamity, for he does the work of the devils. So, while I do think Leon might be sus, maybe he's sus because he created the blight using different sourcing and mapping methods.
I can see it.
I'm just inherently mistrustful of anybody who sets himself up as, like word of God and stuff. And I just,
Same.
Can't imagine
I'm,
why.
uh, and I'm just, I mean, like, I can definitely see it. Some guy, like, messing up and then being like, okay, here are all the rules that we have to follow because I messed up, but not, like, admitting it. But I don't know, just the setup in general of, like, the Quen, Tom Mill's people, and, like, how they were decimated and how, like, their land has been ravaged or whatever and they can't survive outside anymore. It's just really giving, oh, this is being destroyed by something. Like, something is causing all these problems outside, and it's like, what could that be? The magic
Sure.
source. So it just feels thematically it's connected to that first chapter, which kind of sets up, I guess, the big, like, oh, something terrible is going on in the world.
Yeah.
And you've got this idyllic, oh, we're just doing magic stuff and we're, learning and growing and all of this. But the real things that matter, it's outside. It's the blight. It's like that conflict that's going on. And I feel like everything inside the city is going to be speaking to that.
Well, they're
Yeah.
trying to expand, and this goes into the third chapter, right? Where they're trying to expand the shield to move forward past the blight, to expand the city because they're running out of room, natural population increase kind of thing. But I don't know. I agree with you on a level, but also, never mind. I lost it. No idea what I was going to say.
Okay.
Just kidding.
I could
Don't even
jump
worry
in here.
about it.
I think there needs to be a cost to magic. I think the blight is probably the cost. I think most magic systems, almost all
I
magic
agree with
systems,
that.
have a cost.
Yeah, and
At
it's
least
just
most.
so delicious, I think. Just like having that, just the setup. I don't know, like if the theory is right and the blight is the cost of magic, it's like implied strongly enough, I feel, that it's not necessarily like, oh, like such a huge mind-blowing twist or whatever, but everything is just like set up in such a fun, interesting, engaging way.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't bored the entire 3 chapters or anything just because this is
Same.
all really riveting,
I almost want to go back to that first chapter. I want to hit you guys with 2 questions because this is what I was
Yes.
thinking about when I was digesting the story. Do you think we're going to see Tomo and Kara again?
Yes, and I can tell you that because I read the back of the book.
Oh, okay. I
Okay.
actually didn't. I did not read the back of the book. All right.
I never read backs of books.
So I didn't, and then just to give, oh, what can I do as an introduction? I read the back of the book right 10 minutes before we
Yeah.
started this. Well, that answers one question we had in the group
Alright.
chat of if
Uh-huh.
they're going to meet each other in real life.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
The
funny.
answer
Yeah.
is yes,
They
they
just read the back
will.
of the book. I see. You know what? I just caught the point. I was going to ask if you think the first chapter happens at the same, like, chronologically with chapter 2, and it doesn't. It happens like
Yes.
10 years before. So,
Yes.
Oh, 10 years before.
Yep.
Ah.
All right. Well, that was my big discussion questions. I should have read the back of the book.
Well, so one thing I really respected was during their murder run when they tried to escape the blight and get to the city into the shield wall, essentially. I liked that Tommel had this moment of self-reflection that he was putting down his hunting weapons and his whole identity was a hunter. Well, I guess I'm not that anymore and I just have to try to run and get me and my family and I safe. I thought one of the most metal moments was everyone, if someone falls, do not pick them up. Keep
Yeah.
going. It doesn't matter who it is. Just keep going. I don't know if I could do that. If someone in my family fell behind, 0% chance. I wouldn't stop and try to get them. Sure, like I'd probably die too, but I don't know. I'd try. That's the human spirit. That's
The
crazy.
father passing the daughter mid run was like really intense. Like the blight hit him in the
Yeah.
back, and he's like passing Kara. was like-
Because she couldn't run fast enough. That's heartbreak. That's actually heartbreaking. If you have kids, that is, and probably if you don't have kids too, right? But I had a brain change when I had kids, and that is, it probably wouldn't have affected me before like it does now. But that just, oh no, buddy, I understand.
Yeah.
Keep running.
He was like a boss though. He didn't break stride. He was like take Kara, and then like he unraveled.
Oh,
And even the mother's like last words, like she knew her brother was like gonna hesitate to go back and get her, and she's like, "Run! What are you doing?"
Yeah. Yeah.
So good.
gosh, so good. We already talked about how the magic system's super interesting, but I just want to say it again. Magic system's super interesting. I liked
So
the
fun. Oh my
testing.
God.
It's a blast.
Yeah. It's if you ever read Name of the Wind, the testing is like a better version of that, where
Yeah.
they have all the different professors of different categories kind of quizzing, and I really like that. And they gave Sciona such a hard test at the end. All right, now float this giant bowl, and I like how she was just like, I'm gonna guess 5 tons, and just shot it, like rocketed into
So
the
funny.
ceiling.
Probably
It's like, that's
1 ton.
that's
Yeah.
great. That's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Really funny.
She's like, I guess I overestimated by about 3,000 pounds. That's okay. Now I know how to do it.
Yeah. And I'm
She
gonna
nailed
fix
it.
my mistake.
And she
That
nailed it.
is. Oh, I remember what I was going to say from earlier. When you said people are just putting out rules. I think rules are always there because someone messed up. Anytime I see a dumb rule in general, I'm like, why is this rule here? And this wouldn't be a rule. No one would have thought of this.
Yeah.
Unless someone did something extremely dumb, like turning the whole area around the city into a hellscape that unravels people.
That unravels people.
Perhaps.
Or like you're driving down a side road and it's 20 miles per hour because 10 years ago Sarah ran over a family of 4 in her minivan, and now I had to go 20. So rules.
Yeah. I think I would agree that somebody messed up. Somebody for
Yeah.
sure messed up. I do think that even if somebody did mess up though, there is an active body or an active ruling body or somebody in charge who is aware of the bodies and the skeletons in the closet and is continuing to just cover it up and be like, oh, but keeping the
Yeah.
status quo is better and stuff like that. Because I feel like that's such a theme in dark academia, as
Sure.
well as the misogyny, which I'm like, I said this in the group chat and I'm saying it again. There better be a good reason. If it's just, there's so much good world building. If there's not also interesting misogyny world building, I'll be disappointed. But I'm having faith. I'm choosing to have faith. ML Wang
I'm the
has,
same exact way. I'm hoping there's a cool,
Yes.
well, weird to say, but like a cool in-world reason, like that build up like why things are the way they are.
for sure. Yeah.
Well, he kind of, one of the high mages kind of alluded to that women couldn't siphon as strongly as men, and like I don't know if there's a reason for that or if it has to do with the different mapping sourcing kind of
Right.
things.
Right.
So I wonder if that's a thing or if it's just straight up that misogyny, right? Like
I'm choosing
I
not to
don't know.
believe. I'm choosing to believe it's more interesting and it's well thought out and it's world built somewhere. I'm manifesting that.
That's a
Well, I
different
mean,
book.
like fiction's gonna reflect real life, right? And
Right.
women had to fight to
Yeah,
get into academics in real life,
for
right? Like,
sure.
I don't, like, it wouldn't bother me if that was the reason, right?
I guess, but I feel like there's different historical reasons that also came about. And I
Oh,
feel like
sure.
with the consideration of the history and the world building in here, that there should at least be some sort of all the historical figures that are mentioned. I feel like there's gonna be something.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is a vibrant world for
It
sure.
really is.
Yeah.
Yes.
It is, and it is full so far, and I am very excited. It actually makes me want to try and put Sword of Kaigen as the next book club book.
I can see it. I can see it. Yeah, I'm having a great time with the book. It's the writing, like the sentence to sentence, paragraph to paragraph, like the prose is really good. It's really nice to follow. It feels like you said, it feels like vibrant but not dense. I'm not
Hmm.
Yeah.
rereading paragraph or page. I feel it flows really nice. It's both like easy and full to get through it all. And I want more. Like at the end of the
Yeah.
chapter, once I finished the pages, I was like, that's it. I was like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
gotta wait.
I know. I wish we went on the shorter timeline to get more pages in.
Yeah.
I know it's tough with all the holidays and traveling.
I was almost happy for it because I was traveling a lot last week,
Yeah.
and then
But then
when
you
I
read
got
the
to,
book.
and then I read the book and I was like, no, I was right. Everyone
Yeah.
else was wrong. I should have fought to the death
Yeah.
on this. I was right. You're all
Right.
idiots. No, I'm just
Right.
kidding. Yeah, no, so in general, I'm excited to read more. I was a little nervous about Dark Academia because I've read maybe one or two Dark Academia
Same.
books, and
This is my
I
first
just,
one.
and, oh, really? Well, this,
Is Will of
Well,
the
you're
Many
being
Dark
spoiled then.
Academia?
You're being spoiled because Dark
yeah.
Academia. I'm such a Dark Academia hater, and yeah,
Is the Poppy War Dark Academia?
not really. The
Are they
Poppy
in the
War is more
school?
like
They do have a school, and it is
Yeah.
dark.
it's.
I was gonna say is Fourth Wing Dark Academia. There's a school.
No, no.
There's a school. People
Dark
die.
Academia has a level of requires a level of pretension. I feel like,
Okay.
Okay.
and like, I mean, I'm right. I'm right. Dark Academia has a level of pretension, and it's also more of like an older thing, I think. Versus, I haven't read Fourth Wing, but I know the Poppy War is set like more like younger-ish, and it's just like less serious. I don't know.
Fourth Wing's definitely not academia. There's just a school, and bad things happen at school, but it's a
Yeah, yeah.
romantasy.
So I think I kind of considered Poppy War Dark Academia until you said that because they were at the school and like it was like a whole thing. And then
Yeah,
the
but I
other
mean, you
one that
wouldn't
I
describe like Harry Potter as Dark Academia.
I was looking at Harry
no,
Potter.
I wouldn't. But the Poppy War has some very dark themes in it in general.
I don't think that it's I don't think that dark necessarily means dark as in thematically dark. You know what? Dark Academia definition.
Yeah.
What does Google say? It's
You don't use Bing? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
concerned. It's a literary internet aesthetic and subculture concerned with higher education, the arts and literature, or an idealized version thereof. Writing, poetry, ancient art, classic literature, classic Greek and collegiate Gothic architecture.
Sure.
I hate it.
I
So
read
Harry Potter went to Oh, maybe like the Magicians. I don't know.
The show?
Oh, the
Yeah, I
book.
think it's the book.
Oh, I
But
didn't
yeah,
realize there
it
was a
is
But the
book,
both.
but
show is
It's
probably
both.
maybe Dark Academia ish.
Sure.
ish.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like the Magicians, I mean, like from what I know of it from the show, is just got a lot of like a lot more fantasy-ish.
It does, yeah. It's definitely
So I
like.
feel
Yeah.
like having the fantasy kind of detracts a
It's
little
like a
bit
Dark
from the Dark
Narnia with
Academia.
Oh,
yeah.
okay,
Yeah, I
that
feel
makes
Dark
sense.
Academia has to just have nothing else going on other than the Dark Academia to really be Dark Academia, because otherwise it's classified as literally anything else.
So
I'm
that's
trying to
why
remember
this
the
magic
name of the book.
system isn't like a soft magic system. They're coding, and that's
I've resolved I'm not going to read any more bad books. I'm not going to watch bad movies. I'm not going to watch bad shows. I'm only going to read good movies, good books. I'm only going to watch good movies. Life is
that's why
short.
number one on the list is Book of Eli. Good movie.
Okay.
Book of Eli.
Alright.
That is you guys. So before we started recording, we started talking. Anne was talking about different Catholic themed books, or excuse me, Catholic themed movies. Like I haven't watched it yet, but Wake Up Dead Man, the new Knives Out movie, and
Yeah.
Conclave. And then Dan and I were like, "Well, have you ever heard of the Book of Eli?" Nope.
Okay,
That's real back
back to Blood Over at Brighthaven. So fun, so solid.
Back to the book that we're reading. So in general, I'm very
Oh,
excited
man.
for this book.
To
I'm
get
excited
more.
to see what's
Yeah.
next. What do you think? What are your predictions for this?
I mean, obviously she's gonna get exposed for her heretical, like, alternate mapping systems, and
Oh,
it's gonna
for
be a whole
sure.
thing.
She's going to have to break the magic system or give up the magic system herself. One or the other, I think.
Do you think she expands the shield wall?
I think she gets
I think the
close.
shield wall is going down. I think the shield wall is going
Mm.
down.
Oh,
Like, following the theory that the blight is caused by, like, mages siphoning and stuff, I think you're not just gonna, like, make the wall stronger. You're gonna dismantle the institution that is causing, like, all of the destruction and the imbalance in the world and stuff. And I feel like that's, like, dramatic, and especially now that I know that it's just, like, a standalone, I feel like that's,
yeah.
yeah.
Because we need
Do
to
you
get
guys think
resolved
that
answers.
the blight might be the world trying to correct itself from using magic?
I would like that. I would be into that.
I think that'd be pretty
I
fun.
don't think so, personally. So I'm gonna say no. I don't think. I don't know what the blight is, but I don't think it's that. I don't think it's.
Yeah.
I don't think it's like Gaia being like no and like
Yeah.
doing something, or Earth. I
Just think it could be
wonder
fun, just for
if
funsies,
it's
as a treat.
if my theory is wrong, or our theory is wrong about the blight being the cost of magic. Could also be kind of cool if the way to beat it is Sciona finds a way to siphon it using her heretical mapping techniques. Like it's a source,
Oh,
and
like lightning.
yeah, she catches
Like when
well,
Zuko couldn't shoot lightning, so he had to take Azula's lightning and
redirect it.
Redirect it.
Great moment.
Mhm.
I think that the misogyny thing will somehow be tied to world building in a Eve thing. This is sort of Dead Man sort of reminded me of, like, well, Eve's deal. She like was tempted by the serpent, yada yada yada. Because, like, there are so many excerpts of, like, the Bible that
Yeah,
Mhm.
they have for, like, the mapping systems and stuff, that I feel like they're going to incorporate some of that as well, which I'm just so interested to find out more of, like, the history and the lore, because clearly there's, like,
same.
stuff going on there that I feel like will answer questions.
Yeah, same. I'm hoping there's like a mystery there that we get to
Yeah.
see about why it happens. I would almost, I don't know if I'd love it, but like a Wheel of Time type of twist where it's, men who use the magic go crazy there. Like maybe that's something similar over here, like
Oh,
females who siphon, like maybe, I don't know, maybe they
they go
cause the
crazy
blight or just something. Like, oh,
because of blight.
this is why like this all like the misogyny exists is because of this. They go,
Hmm.
world building, not just the reflection of our own world.
Sure. All right. Any last thoughts?
Excited to dig into the next chapters.
Yeah.
Me too. All right, we are doing Dan, do you have the chapters? Because I am obviously shooting on my phone.
You're going to check right here for next chapters. I think it's 4 through 6,
I'll put them in
but I
the
don't know.
description.
Yep.
I'll put them in the description.
Yep.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Take care.